Waterfall and Agile processes. A brief overview. This presentation will discuss what Waterfall and Agile methods are and when to use them, strengths and weaknesses of each, and will show a brief look at the lifecycle process of each method. Waterfall project management is a series of sequential phases that have to happen in sequence, and each phase cascades into the next. Typically, it consists of 5 distinct phases: requirements, design, development, integrate and test, implementation, and development. And it is based off of earlier project methods specifically designed for industries that do not experience rapid change and with low levels of uncertainty, i.e. construction and manufacturing. The waterfall process is generally broken down into these 5 steps. It is referred to as a waterfall process because each step happens sequentially, one cascading into the next. It is generally accepted that each step must be completed before the next can be initiated. And once a step is considered complete, it is uncommon for that specific step to be revisited. The waterfall method should be used when goals and requirements can be clearly defined prior to beginning the project, when there are low levels of risk, when project parameters are unlikely to change, and when the project team's tools and activities are well defined and implemented. Strengths for the waterfall method include: costs, schedule, and resources are known and predictable. It is easily implemented in large and complex projects. The team does not have to be co-located. It is easily adaptable to any corporate culture or team, and it is best when a high level of project control is necessary. Likewise, weaknesses include low levels of customer collaboration. Lengthy and cumbersome upfront planning process usually impedes project initiation. It is resistant to change and it has limited adaptability. Project corrections or changes are often quite difficult and costly. Agile project management is an adaptive, iterative, fast, flexible, and effective methodology designed to deliver significant value quickly and throughout the project. It does not have a set or specifically defined process. It keeps initial planning to a minimum and strives to complete each feature of the overall project within a given iteration. And it was designed in response to the waterfall methodology, which was viewed as overly restrictive and rigid. In an agile setting, initial planning is kept to a minimum, just enough to outline the scope of the development project. Then the team will begin a series of iterations, analyzing, designing, developing, and testing each feature. Typically, an iteration lasts anywhere from 1 week to 30 days. Each feature is taken from start to finish within an iteration, and often, iterations are developed concurrently. This process makes it easier to find and correct problems quicker and at a lower cost. One should use agile methods when there are high levels of uncertainty, when change is likely or common, when there are higher levels of risk, when the nature of the project introduces unfamiliar tools or activities which must be developed alongside project progress. Agile strengths: high levels of customer collaboration, more flexible and/or adaptive, change is expected, development cycles are short, allowing quicker feedback and problem response. Weaknesses: more difficult to implement, requires greater commitment of customer and/or client resources, more difficult to predict or control project costs and schedules, runs higher risk of inadequate project design, and may need rework and cleanup. In conclusion, Waterfall is a traditional project management method which is broken down into defined phases of project development. It is best used when the project environment presents low levels of risk and is unlikely to change. Agile is a project management method designed in response to Waterfall, wherein there is no specifically defined project development phase. It is best used when there are higher levels of uncertainty and risk associated with the project.